All right.
Die.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Die.
Okay, let's get going.
Die.
Let's find some new content. I got really... I don't know what the hell happened. Like, I don't know.
Maybe maybe all of my bitching this entire game has finally gotten to you, and you're like, damn it, Chris was right this whole time.
Not the whole time. I do acknowledge that there were some things I do understand and I totally agree with. Having minimal changes between the special edition and this one, or between the normal and the special edition. What the fuck? Going into a giant, like, deformed, gross zit? What the hell's happening?
That's a very strange comparison, but...
Am I wrong?
Yeah, but, it's still kind of funny, I guess. Are we going to play as Dante again?
No, probably not.
Okay.
At least I don't think so.
I was going to say it'd be a little out of place if it happened right now.
Yeah.
I really hope that this is what Dante's just been doing for the last hour of Nero, fighting all these other bosses. Just like... zooming around, getting flung by a giant statue god thing.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's the end of the mission.
Wait, does that mean that the finale is, like,
that means
next?
The finale is next.
Oh, man.
Oh, dang.
Ada Wong from Resident Evil? What?
I'm gonna never record with you again. Just gonna...
Capcom putting their shit everywhere. We get it. You make games.
Whoa. Okay, before we jump into this,
yes,
we're gonna pause.
Okay.
I want to fix these lag things.
Yeah. All right. Pause. All right.
Okay.
So you can buy abilities, you can buy moves, you can buy power-ups, you can do the charge shot for your gun, which doesn't really, it does damage, whatever. Okay, cool. That's fun.
Right.
That's cool. For Dante, you leveled up his style and it gave you more moves, which I didn't really look at. And I learned at the very end, oh, he looks a little angry. I decided to do the same thing for Nero. I looked through his skill list. And you know what the game didn't really bother? It doesn't bother telling you. And it's something that games have done lately that I sort of appreciate. In Dying Light, I'm playing that right now. The game lets you know when you have unspent skill points, and it specifically details the abilities you get and says, hey, go here, look at what you've learned, so that way you're constantly updated as to the moves you can do, so you know how to play the game better and you can have more fun.
Right.
Okay?
That's just good design.
Right. This game doesn't do that. So you unlock like the basic combos and such. This entire game, I've had an ability with the Devil Bringer to grab an enemy and hold him there while I hit other enemies.
So, but did you need to spend points to unlock it?
No.
Or, what? You just had it?
Yeah.
How did that happen? Was it just like a
By
default...
the way, this is kind of cool. It's Yamato, which is Virgil's sword, versus the Sword of Sparta. That's the Sword of Sparta, by the way.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I get to do this again.
Yay, but now you don't have a giant statue behind him, so, there's that.
Yeah. So, the game, while nice and helpful in, like, the tutorial where you fight Dante, it gives you the basic controls, that's fine. This game, however, does not present itself the way that Ninja Gaiden did, where it's like, okay, you want to learn the moves, you better do some experimenting and figure it out, because it's not going to hold your hand.
Right.
That's a game where I really do sort of appreciate the fact that it doesn't just run you through a stupid tutorial, and that's it. Like, it'll teach you the basics on how to cast a spell, whatever, but when you want to learn combos and shit, you better go and look it up yourself. This game does not present itself in that way. At every turn, we've gotten a tutorial or a message or anything saying, hey, this is how this works. You should do that thing. Like, that's it. That's how the game has been presented to us this entire time. So for me to have access to that ability, this entire game...
Right,
pisses me off.
You didn't have any reason to really go exploring other than when you
felt like
the ability list.
Yeah, where I was just like, screw it, let's go ahead and take a look at all the stuff I've spent money on. And then I saw that and got immediately pissed off.
And that was in an entirely separate menu too.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even in the menu where you can spend points on new abilities, right?
Right. It's like just, hey, look at your skill list. Like, that's it. That's all it's there for.
Yeah, I would agree. There's no like call to action to look at that stuff.
Yeah.
Let alone a lot of this game is probably more about just like pushing buttons until you've really memorized the mechanics.
Yeah, like that is one thing I've noticed with Devil May Cry in general, is that it's not like I don't know how to explain it. It's not a game where like, oh, I'm going to use this weapon because I know... It's not like Mega Man, you know? It's not like, oh, I know this enemy's going to be weak against this weapon, so I'm going to use this.
Yeah, I think a better comparison would be, like, it's not Street Fighter, where memorizing specific combos doesn't actually really matter. This game is more about making sure that your combos are different, which basically turns into getting really good at button mashing, but, like, knowing what the mashed buttons are, how they're going to respond, you know? So it's like refined button mashing almost. I mean, is that fair?
No, that's very fair.
So yeah, no, I agree. There wasn't much reason for you to go explore other moves that you might have had that they didn't state already.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, this game hasn't. You don't need that ability to function in this game.
Right, it's true, but when you're dealing with, I don't know, Las Plagas, my least favorite enemy in this game, and you could have been using that this entire time, it's just maddening that they just... Like, that would have been so much more helpful in dealing with that specific enemy type than to just not have access to it, you know?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm trying to think of how they could have potentially better represented that. Because it's like, I feel it would be out of place if they had some tutorial text pop up when you were first presented with the Las Plagas enemies, right?
What the shit?
Oh, you're dead.
I've been off.
But I think it would be out of place, right, if they presented you with tutorial text at that point, because they haven't really done that with any of the other new enemies. But at the same time, how else are they going to show you other than, like, what if maybe, like, having Nero use that action during a cutscene, like the cutscene where they were introduced. But at that point, you might just assume that that was just a cutscene action and not an actual ability
like the sliding across the ground with the sword, like I mentioned in Devil May Cry 3 was a big thing.
Right, exactly.
But then again, in Devil May Cry 3, they had that in a cutscene, and it was totally fine. You could use that in the game.
Right, but what I'm basically saying is that seeing it in a cutscene doesn't necessarily make the player think, oh, I can do that too. I think 90% of the time, players are going to look at it and go, oh, that was a cool cutscene.
That's true, especially for this kind of game.
So cutscenes, while I think they've been utilized very well in this game to show you an enemy's behaviors, I don't think it would be smart to use it to showcase your character's abilities.
That's true.
Unless it's been consistently used throughout the entire game.
Right,
but even then, I think most players are going to still think of it as, oh, that was a cool cutscene, rather than, oh, I've been using all of these abilities. You know?
I don't know, though. I always kind of, like, okay, in, for instance, Devil May Cry 1, you know, you get all these new weapons, right? And, you feel like you've got an advancement. You know, you feel like you're moving forward in the story. You feel like you're doing better at the game and surviving and being this hero, right? Because you have all this new stuff. But in every cutscene, he's using the base sword.
Right.
You know, it's like, well, you have access to something that's more powerful and easier to use in certain regards. Why aren't you just using that? It just it feels like
suddenly there's a disconnect between the cutscenes and the actual game. And I agree. I think that is kind of a major flaw in a lot of games. The reason for that is generally because those cutscenes are pre-rendered, which means they can't dynamically change, you know, what that character is wielding, unless they already... Like, I suppose the better way of looking at it is, and this is more of a game development perspective, But a lot of the times, those cutscenes will be made before the game is even done.
Oh.
So they'll have the plot totally written out. They'll have each of the plot points. They'll have each of the cutscenes storyboarded. And they'll ship them off to, a cinematic, animation studio, right? And they'll make those cutscenes, they'll render them out, and that'll be a process throughout while the game is getting developed. So suddenly, you have these already made cutscenes, and you splash them into the game at the points that you want them to, but you have that disconnect because you can't change the cutscenes anymore. Yeah. They've already been made. And the only solution would be to just make another one. Yeah. Or a new one, or to redo it, and at that point, it's not worth it budget wise. So, I think that's sort of a flaw in the process more than anything.
Makes sense.
But I agree. It's not good. Like, that disconnect is uncomfortable and it's undesirable. But I suppose the counter argument is that does it really matter if there's a disconnect? And 99% of the time, I've been using a lot of percentages this episode for some reason. A lot of the time, it doesn't actually matter. Like, most players are going to see it and be like, yeah, whatever.
That's
it still is a cool cutscene, even if it had that one stupid thing. So yeah, I mean that's that, right?
Shit.
That is a very good example of the benefit between.
Damn it!
Aww. It's a good example between the benefit of pre-rendered cutscenes and in like real-time cutscenes.
Yeah.
Because real-time cutscenes are using the in-game like resources to render it. So, if you change it later on, then you change it.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
By the way, sorry everybody for sucking, because this is like the third time I'm fighting him in this episode.
Does he have a second form? He's got to have a second form.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Here's my question then. We're at the end of the episode. We could either beat him off camera and then kind of show the conclusion at the start of the next episode, or we could splice in his demise at the end of this episode, and if there's more stuff, make that into the next episode.
I'd say do that.
Okay, so we're gonna pause here. We're gonna kill this guy, and then decide whether or not there's gonna be another episode.
Yeah. Holy shit!
Oh my God!
He's not dead.
He's got a second form.
It's not a second form. He has
just
no life left.
It's like a tiny fraction of...
Oh my God, if I die here...
Just shoot him.
It doesn't do any damage.
Just shoot him. What if it does?
It doesn't.
What if
I've been shooting him! It doesn't do anything!
I'm sorry.
Got him. Okay, we're good. We're good, okay. I did it. Cutscene. Alright. Gee, oh my God. Oh.
Ooh, dang.
Sorry for flipping out on you for a second. That, real quick, is my best friend's worst thing ever. Anytime I'm playing a game, he's like, why aren't you doing this thing? And I'm like, I already tried it. It doesn't do anything. Well, I didn't see you try it. I tried it last time and I died. It didn't work. Well, you should try it anyway. God damn it.
No, I was pushing your buttons.
Oh. Okay. I'm high right now. That's what you look like.
Oh, sweet euphoria.
I will save you. Just hold on. He's got to... You just stab her. Why? Just stab her. What?
Distraction!
Oh shit.
Oh,
and he kills her.
She just like falls into multiple meat chunks. Like, oh, my accuracy was not on point.
Hey, maybe this time he's dead. Because at the beginning of the game he got shot in the face.
Oh, dang.
Now there's even more blood.
There's totally going to be a second form. Are you kidding me?
Please. I don't know.
I've played a game or two in my day.
I don't know. That looks pretty climactic.
He's merging with the statue thing.
I don't know.
The sword has a second form.
I don't know.
The sword is going to come alive.
The sword.
She's going to kill you. She's going to take the sword and just fucking stab you.
I don't know.
I realize I say sword really weird. Sword. So
What are you, 5?
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, there's a W in it, so you would think that you should say
knife.
Well, yeah, I know. But I didn't realize that I had been saying it weird until I edited our episode of Swords and Sorcery. God damn it, I keep doing Swords and Strongholds.
Are we going to talk about this?
Don't worry, guys. I got... What?
Yeah, no biggie. Oh, maybe he's... Okay, maybe I understand. So the thing stopped working the second he made contact, so it just stopped moving? I hope? Instead,
maybe.
Unless it's Dante's the physically strongest being in existence.
I mean, he already is ridiculously strong, so, I mean...
Oh, I remember. I remember something. So, we think the game's done, right? There's a credit.
But it's not. There's a second form.
There's no
She turns into
He's got the sword of Sparta. He has Yamato. There is nothing powering the savior.
Dante kills Nero.
Dante kills Nero.
He's just like, all right, you did your job. Stab.
Yeah. No, there's the credits roll.
Or does it?
Well, what the fuck?
I told you, man. He merges with the statue.
No, come on.
I totally called it. I totally called it.
No. Come on.
By my head.
Let me just keep... Can I keep this? Thanks, bud. Oh, I didn't even see that.
What?
If you look at the Sword of Sparta, the handle and, like, the back half of the blade is the basic sword. Like, the force edge.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at that. Oh. That's cool. Wow, yeah,
that
sorry.
is pretty cool.
Oh, all the Devil May Cry, like, livers are gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, no, I don't think that's a thing to have just realized now. I think that's a cool thing to point out, because I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe there are people who are going to be like, how'd you not know that? But,
damn it.
you know, that's going to be that no matter what.
Damn it.
All right. Well, we'll see you in the next episode when we kill this guy. Little chin beardy.
Oh!
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye. Ready?
You're so enthusiastic, Cujo. That's why I like you.